I don't know. Maybe not. Confused. I'm curious. Oh shoot. It was doing something. There I am. Ain't that something? On the goddamn TV. Ain't that goddamn something? I don't even know. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know. 2 people watching live. What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the Southern Juju Saturday Night live stream. Welcome back. We haven't streamed in 4 months, made content in goddamn a year, but here we are making videos. So comment in the video and tell me what you think about it. And yeah, I'm just playing. Saturday Night live stream. Welcome in, everybody. I'm gonna wait a little bit, see if anybody else shows up. 2 people watching the live stream. I think I'm one of them because I got my TV on. My ugly self watching myself back there. It's watching me. I don't know. 3 people watching live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live. Comment down below. Let me know who's watching. Saturday Night live stream. We're chilling. We've got the Cat Diesel Power merch. $1,500 a hat right here. If you want to buy one, not just playing. It's a good hat, good brand. Charger 3. William, what's going on, man? Welcome. Glad to see you in the live stream, William. How things been, man? I have not heard from you in quite a little bit. Nate Willard, what's going on, man? Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, 4 people watching live. We got, god dang, 4 people watching live stream. We're trying to get to 500 subs. We're at like 150, I believe now. So things been good. Well, I'm glad, man. I had, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. I had just fixed my truck, and I was like, yeah, I was going to take it to a couple shows. I had this, the show that working on the Cushman stuff. How's that thing going, man? I've been meaning to ask about that because I'm 100% stoked about all that. I seen your winch video that you did on your truck. That thing was sick. I really like that. Get this thing popping. Yeah, get this thing popping. I'm trying to get to 500 subs. That's our goal. Now, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, 500 subs tonight. That's but I would like to get 500 subs. That'd be awesome. I figured I'd do a little live stream. I was just bored sitting at the house. Like I said, we usually do these over at the shop, and I just didn't feel like going over. It was dark, and I just didn't feel like unlocking it and walking around in there because I got a bunch of seats and stuff. I got a seat. We're gonna be doing a video actually, hopefully next week or the week after. I got a video on my 67 F250 that we've got. I've got a seat out of a 2000 something model Avalanche leather seat out of back seats, a 6040 seat that should, in theory, go right in. I just got to do a little space work, a little fabrication, nothing too major. And I'll put some nice leather seats in my 67 bucket truck. It's got nice seats in it now, but they're homemade seats. My granddad made them years ago, and they're comfortable, but they're the kind of seats that when you sit in them, you just like, you go down in them, And I like to see the road, and I like to be up on, I like comfort, but I'd like to be able to just sit up a little bit, and that's just, So I think putting those seats in, I'm not really going to put them in because I got to come right back out because I'm going to do a floor, put some flooring, not carpet, but rubber floor mat in there, and that's going to be probably a video in itself. But I know that the seats, I'm going to do a video cleaning out the truck. Might get it running. It does run. I wanted to do a revival on it, but I just kind of went out there and got tired one day, and I just fixed it, just got it running. 300 straight 6. Those engines, you can't kill them. 5 people watching live stream. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Make sure to like, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe, please. You don't have to, but if you like the content, make sure you subscribe and check it out. Sorry for the camera quality. Like I said, I've just put my phone up on a bowl here, and that's what's holding my phone up right now. We're doing a little live stream. Like I said, we've got a little bit of a story to talk. We got some stories to talk about. It's a lot has happened since last time we did a video. And I do shorts, but they don't really, they're just kind of just old videos that I have on my phone that I just post. a lot of times I come across videos like, hey, I like that. That was pretty cool that I did. Don't know why, but I'll post it, you know. But, you know, we posted a video in May. I think it was the Batesville Car Show. William was there. He was at the Batesville Car Show. It was a pretty good car show. I like that. It was actually the last car show my truck was ever at. And the way things is going, it's the last car show it'll ever be at because I think probably, I'm going to say 2 weeks after that car show, I was running low on gas, and went to the same place I get gas every day, and not hating on the company. It's just I guess it was just a bad day. They were low on, like the pumps were low, the tank was low, and I just picked up some bad gas or something like that. I don't know, but I always run 87. It's always what I run in that truck. It's just as long as I've had it, 87, it run 87 all day long, no problem. And as far as it running, like going up and down the road, it run fine. No, it wasn't slow, it wasn't sluggish, still fine. I put about 3/4 of a tank of 87, same gas I always put in it, same pump even. I didn't get up from the same pump. You know, it comes with the same tank, but you know what I mean. I mean, it just everything was the exact same. And by the time I pulled out of the gas station going back to the house, I hear this. I mean, 300 inline 6 is a gas, right? You know, it's exhaust system. You know, it's got the stock muffler on it still. It's quiet for what it is. You know, it's not loud or anything. It sounds like a, you know. And all of a sudden I hear this, like, it's god awful, like, I mean, literally it sounds like a 69, like a 60, not a 69, like a 6.9 liter IDI out of an 89 F350 dually. Like, this thing is rough, you know? And so I was like, something's wrong, obviously, you know, and I was looking and I just was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And then I cut it off one day. You know, I was like, okay, maybe I'll try to fix it tomorrow. So I got out in the truck the next day, went to go fix it, you know, try to drive it to see if I could, like, really, you know, look at it, right, and see what was going on. And no, it was not having it. And she pretty much just went ahead and stopped when it was cold, drove it all of 30 minutes, started doing it again. When it would get hot, it started like pre-detonating, but it sounded like a diesel engine after that. You know, you go up a hill, you know, wouldn't stop. Now to idle, you'd stop, put it in neutral, hit the gas, wouldn't do it. Whoom, but you put it under a load in gear, going up a hill or just driving around, god awful. Couldn't ever figure it out, and I was like, the only thing I can think of, I was taking off spark plugs, I was cracking injectors, taking those off. I was like, what is going on? I even took the exhaust off, I think, at one point to see if the I was checking that to see if it was clogged up or see if I had exhaust leaks or anything. I didn't know what was going on. I was just checking everything I could even possibly think of. Couldn't find anything. I was just thinking, last resort, maybe, just maybe, that I could possibly have put bad gas in it. But I was like, no, I couldn't have put bad gas in it because it's the same place I get gas every day. So I just kind of just eased it, drove it for 20 minutes, you know, before it would start pinging, and take it back to the house. Kind of running a little bit of gas out. So I got it down to like E. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go put some different gas in. So I went to a different gas station. They had ethanol-free gas. And I was like, well, I've run that stuff before in an older truck that I had and run great. So I was like, yeah, I'll try that in a different station. Before I even got out of the parking lot, it started pinging because I had to go a little bit further. So it was like, you know, pull up at the gas station, sit there, pull up at the gas station, sit there, put $20 worth of ethanol-free gas in, 87, ethanol-free. Before I even got out of the parking lot, cleared up, running great. I'm talking about this thing was running, it had run like it never ran before. Awesome. Well, I said, well, she's been going slow. She's probably got a lot of carbon buildup in it. I need to let her run a little bit, you know. So I got her out on the road, and it's a F-150. She's not a race car. You know, she's not going fast. Okay. But I put a little lead to her, you know, clean her out a little bit, you know, clean her out. No, she wasn't having it. She cleared up, but at the same time, when I went to slow back down, I could hear something clanking, but it wasn't pinging. It was a clunk, 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 like something was loose. So I'm like, well, okay, I don't know what it was. I got out and checked everything. Well, nothing was loose. Okay. No bolts were loose. The belt was still, okay, cool. Thing was working like it should. So I drove it home. Drove it like that for another good month, even. Just drove it. No, I didn't think none of it. And it was slowly, progressively, just would get worse. I'm like, what the freak is going on, man? And it just was not happening. Finally, I just noticed one day that my belt was halfway eaten off. And I was like, well, that might be the clanking. The belt come loose. It was an old belt, dry rotted and cracked. It was barely hanging on anyway. So it was like, it might have just snapped in a spot, and the loose piece that was slinging around was hitting something, making the old clock, 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 just hitting something. Whatever, I'm just thinking. Okay, cool. So I go and, do what I got to do. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, belt comes off. Belt comes completely off. I'm like, okay, yeah. So the first thing I think was the belt's just bad. So I go, $16, $17 at the O'Reilly's. I'm going to go buy a new belt. I put it on, and as soon as I put it on, I hear this god-awful, it's just like, oh, what the frick is that, Well, the belt tensioner, it's got the serpentine belt, and the belt tensioner was like locking up, bouncing down, locking up on the belt. I'm like, what the frick is that? So I'm thinking, I don't know what it could be, but, shoot. So I'm sitting there and I'm like looking at it. And apparently, the bearing was bad in it. I'm not going to lie. My chat went dead. Oh, okay. 3 people watching live. What's going on? Apparently, the bearing was bad. I mean, I took it off. You could spin it, free spin it. And, the bearing inside it needed to be replaced. I mean, it was old. It was the original. It was the OEM original from the factory part. I mean, everything on that thing that was original, never touched as far as the motor. Nothing. Belts and stuff like that had been replaced, but that was it. But it was $80 at O'Reilly. Okay, cool. Take a trip. Hopped in the old 2012 Lariat. Took a trip. I don't know why the freaking chat is just going dead, right? I mean, not a dead chat, but like, I don't know. Live chat. I think that might work. It was like, it says it's disconnected. I don't know if it's my live stream going dead or what. I don't know. I don't look like it's going dead. I'm looking at behind me. But, so I had the problem, go spend $80, get the serpentine belt tensioner. I thought that was the problem. It's just the bearing was bad. It was because it was junk. I mean, literally, it was locking. It looked like it was locking up. Put a new one on. Same thing. Belt's like slowly starting to slip off. I was like, what is going on? Like it's not sounding bad. It's just sounding like, I was like, what is this problem? And so when I lean in, my hand touches the fan. And when I touch the fan, I feel the fan go like that. And I'm like, hold on. I grab both ends of the fan. I'm sitting there doing this right here with the fan. And I'm like, okay. But it's not just the fan. It's the pulley on the water pump. The bearing was, the whole thing was doing that. Okay, water pump. Okay. So I order a water pump. Well, about the same time, stuff's going on, and it decides, people shipping it decide that it's going to stay in, it was coming from Washington, somewhere in Washington, somewhere. People, it got to Colorado, and they were like, it's going to sit there for 2 weeks. Let's sit there for 2 weeks. Then it went down to Texas for a couple of days, and it finally eased its way on down, and finally got to my house. Well, if you Google it, 1996, Google says that, because I had never changed the water pump before. It's just, I was curious because it's two different, because, I only have the only other 300 inline sixes that I have ever worked on were carbureted, like from the 70s, 80s, So I didn't think much, I was just curious myself. How does it work? So I Googled it. Well, Google says that the 1996 Ford 300 inline six is a 36 millimeter clutch bolt or clutch nut or whatever you want to call it. So I didn't have one. I had a 32. So I said, okay, well, it was $7, $7 or $8 on eBay for a 32 and a 36 double-ended clutch fan wrench with the separator, the tool, the little locker that you put in there to lock it up and take it off. Okay, no problem. And that's gonna take another week to come in. No, it took a month. Another month, like that's not a month, but like a week, two or three and a half weeks go by, pretty much a month. Finally shows up. Well, it was too small because apparently, in 1996 at least, the Ford 300 Inline 6 had a 40 millimeter, not a 36, it was a 40 millimeter clutch nut or whatever you want to call it. So we had the bright idea to take the 36, grind it down. We widened the 36 out to close as we could to a 40. Took a hammer and beat it. And look, think of it like this: when we had taken it off, the clutch fan, the fan clutch had it had been gone out for a long time. I don't know how long it actually been gone out. It was original, and it was just, you could tell it was bad. And then that was kind of one of those things, like I could have ran it without it, but it was already out. Went on and bought a new one. And of course, it was a 42. So apparently, if you have a 96 Ford F-150 with a 300 inline 6 and you Google it, and it'll say it's a 36. It's not a 36, it's a 40. So just let you know. Save you 2 months of having to wait. 4 people watching live. What's going on, everybody? Make sure to comment. Get the chat live if you haven't already, because I'm bored. Comment down below. Let's talk. But it's good times, man. Well, no, it was great times because, got the water pump fixed, the belt back on. It's running great. I'm talking about fly as a bird. She was running cool, too. Those inline motors like to run hot. She was running cool, boy. Just cool. I was driving my truck. I was daily driving. I was driving it to the store. I was driving it where, I was just driving it because I ain't drove my truck in 3 months. I want to drive it, Do a little 5-speed shifting action. I like the truck. It's a nice truck. Washed it up. I had a guy coming who's going to wax it. That's going to put it in a car show. They had a car show a week or so ago, and that was the intention because I had got it fixed just in time to go to that car show. So I'm driving. Well, I'm going to get some food one evening, because I can't drive at night because my headlights, they work, but they're not great. So I don't really drive at night unless I have to. So like I said, comment down below, or like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get this chat live while I tell the story, because I'd like to talk, for a little while. And I'll just stream for 18 minutes. But what was I saying? I go and apparently I'm going to get food one night. Not apparently, but I'm going to get food one night. And riding along, going to first, on the second, I'm cruising along. I'm up to fifth gear, doing about 50, 40. I'm just cruising. It's like 75 degrees, had the windows rolled down, had some country music on the radio. I was living it, okay? Had my hair blowing in the wind, had my cat, not a sponsor, but had the Caterpillar diesel power hat on. And now let me tell you, when you got this joker on, times is good, man. You can't go wrong with a cat diesel power hat. I'm telling you. Not sponsored, but still. So, we're sitting there, riding along, got the country music on. I think I was listening to Bubba Shot the Jukebox. I think that's what I was listening to, Good old country song. And I'll be darned if I just don't hear, I didn't hear nothing pop. I didn't hear nothing hit. I didn't hear no hitting of nothing. I just heard. It was just like, and I was like, what is that? I know what it was. And because it wasn't like a persistent, it was like, shoo, shoo, shoo. It was just like, okay. So I pulled over, or neutral parking brake, get out. Walk around to the truck. I'm like, what is going on? By that time I walk around, I can hear it going. Tire blew out. No, the tire didn't necessarily blow out, I don't believe. I hit something, and whatever it was so big that it went through the tire and came out and cut the sidewall. Cut it wide open. So that's the predicament now. Is the truck is sitting and I'm looking for a tire. That's my predicament with my red truck right now. And it's a running driving truck. I crooked it up today and revved it in the yard. I have a tire on it. I had to drive it back, but I'm running a 15. I had the spare tire. Let me tell you guys, they don't make tires like they used to apparently, because I have the original from factory spare Wrangler, Goodyear Wrangler truck tire on spare full size rim, Steely. That was what got me home. 30-year-old spare tire. Date code. I mean, it's old. Say Carl. I'm not gonna say that. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know who you are, bro. I don't even know. But man wants me to say Carl really loud. He's your rat. I don't even know what that one means, buddy. I don't even know. Okay. But golly. But Jesus Christ. 5 people watching live stream. But no. Apparently, that's the situation with the truck, with the 96 Ford. And got a car show coming up. I was wanting to go to No Name this year, but for me, it's not that I don't want to go. Like, I do want to go, but I'm not going to be able to make it. And it's not that I don't want to, anything like that. I really would like to. It's just I'm not able to go and drive it's not that far of a distance. It's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. It's not that far. I've been to Sykeston before. It's actually a really cool place. Not far, 55 up. It's right there. But I think next year I'm trying to get to 500 subs because for me I'd like to be able to go and participate in it. And then there's nothing wrong with. I would go and spectate. I don't have a problem with that. I can always ride with you. Well, we might have to work something out, man. I would literally love to go to No Name Nationals. Like that's one thing I really would love to do. And like I said, for me, it's just I'm not because my truck. I'm not gonna lie. Thursday through Saturday. Well, I might have to kit you up because I really do want to go. Like I'm not gonna lie, I really do want to go 100%. And the thing with it, like as far as me driving, I don't mind driving. Like like I said, I've been under it before. But I just didn't have my truck will make it. I'm not worried about my newer truck making it. It's just that joker drinks gas. And I'm not saying like V8s drink gas, but this joker's like, I think it's over $100 to fill it up. 36-gallon tank. I mean, it'll go a little bit, but it's just But yeah, man, if you didn't mind me riding with you or something, I might hit you up with it for sure. And work something out with you. Because I would like to go. I would like to experience it for sure. Because you talking about it, and I started watching videos, like your videos of last year and other people's videos, and it was really like I was really interested in it. And it's one of those things for me. It's like, well, like I say that I would like to just get the 500, like not get, but like get the 500 subs and then go. But it's also one of those things. Like I'd like to see it and experience it, and then that way, when I do have 500 subs and I'm able to participate, I'm aware of how it works. What goes on. And I'm not going in it just blind. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you didn't mind, if you didn't mind, man, I would like to go with you, 100%. Just for sure. And like I said, I've been watching. Videos really don't do it justice. Obviously, it's like you got to be there to really experience it. But watching the videos and it just looked like an awesome event, and especially with people like you, Dust Devil, Jed, and all that. They're just great guys, man. And I've never met them personally, but I've seen them on stream. They're just awesome guys, and like if you guys are watching, Charger 303 Mopar and Engine Light Garage, two awesome guys. They're great guys, 100%. If you haven't already, go subscribe to their channel. Check them out because they got better content than I got. I mean, Engine Light is a cool guy. We actually drove we took a road trip. I really got to know him pretty. I'm not saying I got to know him, but like, we got to hang out for like, I'm gonna say like 6 hours. I mean, 6-7 hours, probably 8 hours. All day. It was an all day thing. It was just a great time. He's a cool, awesome guy. And I don't know if he had a blast. He might have been sick and tired by the time it was over with, but I had a blast. I had a fun time with it, man. It was a cool time. I had a lot of fun. And even though I slept in late and kind of missed it, I didn't mess it up, but like, you know what I'm saying? I felt bad about it. But yeah, 100%, man. I might, like I said, I might think about it, and I'm saying if you didn't mind, I would for sure go with you, man. Because like I said, I want to experience it 100%, and that was one thing. I like to be, I enjoy it for sure. Events like that, not car shows, but like events and car shows, and burnout competition. I want to say burnout competition. I ain't gonna lie. Like I really want to see that. I want to see the Charger light up some tires. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's just like I really want to see that. 100%. For sure, man. Yeah, I'll. I don't know how good my stuff is here, but tomorrow, tonight, or something, we'll chat for sure, 100%, and figure out something. We can talk about it. You can tell me what's what and everything, and we can figure something out for sure. Like I said, I'd love to go. I'd be along for the ride, and I'm not gonna lie, I know I have a great time. Just being there. Yeah, I bet. I bet. I just want to, obviously I want to see the Charger. Because that car is just, it's just an amazing car to me. But I want to see, like everybody else's, I want to see what people bring. That's like people's crazy just build. I want to see that, and obviously, if I had 500 subs, I'd take my 67 F250. It's not doing any burnouts, but like, it'd be a good, it'd be a cool little truck. Like a 20-second drag race. But it's slow. I think that thing's a 4-speed with 410 gears in the back. Like it's slow. It's got that granny first gear in it. 300. I mean, it's 300 straight. It's long bed F250 with Dana 60 in the back with 410 gears. It's slow. Oh man, yeah, 100%. That is something that I would love to see, 100%, because. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, the Cushman, right? I was like, I've always thought that thing was cool. The first time I saw it, I was like, that's cool. That's a cool little, because I like golf carts and stuff like that. I like crazy stuff. Like I'm the kind of guy that likes to pulley swap a lawnmower just to go. I just like it. Something different. And that day that you were like, you want to drive it? I was like, yeah. And I was not expecting it to be what it was. I take off in this thing, and I never even hit third gear. It scared the mess out of me because I wasn't ready for it. I was not ready for it. And I'm not, I hit second gear, and this thing's like, I'm like barely touching the pedal, and it's just taking off. And I was like, man, that thing is the funnest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it just made me like them a whole lot more after I got to drive it and like actually see it, because it was always a cool thing. And I just, I'm like, it's a cool thing. I've been like looking up Cushmans myself. I was like, I've wanted one. Cushman in the bed with my Ramble in the chart. Dude, that's going to be, that loadout is right. Like you can't go wrong with that for sure. With the engine light over here, we had this like running joke because when we went to get the thing of his, it was like, I don't know, it wasn't like a Jake break, but the thing what it was like, I don't know why we found it so hilarious. We laughed the whole way home every time we hit a hill. He wasn't even the tow, like the trailer brake, nothing, but the tow mode. When we were coming off a hill or going up the hill, actually it was coming, you hit about 80, 75, 80, and then you let off the gas. And it was just like, brrr. it sounded like a 18 wheeler. Me and Engine Light Garage were just busted. We laughed the entire way home. We were like, we don't know if we're tired or this is just too funny because we are just dying right now. Engine Light Garage, we were just talking about you, man. What's going on? But those exhausts, they are, oh man, dude, yeah. But those exhausts, man, I love those things. They sound great, man. They sound awesome. They're not overly loud. They're not quiet. It's a good tone, and I like it. That's what I've always liked. Like, I've always been a fan of better, not louder. Like, you know, obviously, you know, some people like loud. I don't mind a little loud exhaust. My truck's okay, kind of loud, you know, when you get on the gas. But yours, it's just right. You can hear it. You know, it's got a little power to it. You know, she's got a little growl in her. You know, but she's not barking at you. You know, she's just, hey, you know, I'm here, and I'm here. You know, I'm here. My presence is known, and I love it. I love it. Yeah, I like them, bro. They are nice. They are 100% nice. And when I do my, because I have a lot of projects that I've just not started on. Right now, I have a motor that I'm working on. It's a 460 Ford. I've got a 51 Ford that I'm going to put it in, hopefully. And that's what I would like to use with those after hearing those mufflers. When I get ready, it's not going to be like tomorrow or anything like that. But when I get ready, I think that's what I'm going to use with those. That's pretty cool. My 67, it's a 300. I had got the 460 for that, but the 300 just runs so great. And it's a tow, and you know it'll pull. That 300. A lot of people sleep on those engines because it's not a V8, and they don't. You know, the 300 is a great. That's really any inline six, but the 300 is just one of my favorite engines because she just pulls. You know, she's just a pulling son of a gun. And I have two trucks that have them, and they'll pull. I like them. But I don't kind of exhaust this one run on that 67. It's a straight pipe. It's an 8-foot bed, and it has like a 10-foot piece of pipe because you got to go up under the cab and all that. So I'm gonna say about 1.5 feet of that. You know, like a 10-foot piece of straight pipe going all the way back, and it's just like, oh man, for sure. I would like to, like, I'm not like, you know. That straight six that I got in that red truck, I've always wanted to do like a little exhaust, but nothing major, you know. It's a straight six, and you know, I don't want it to, you know, blow my eardrums. I don't want to hear myself faint going down the road, you know. Now, if it had like a 351 in it, you know, cut that exhaust off, you know, pull an Engine Light Garage, have the exhaust coming out the hood, you know, and drive that joker, drive it to town. What you talking about, you know? But no, I've always liked that truck a lot. I've always wanted, because, you know, I've heard some good exhaust systems on a Ford 300, and it depends on. They're a lot better when they're low. The engine lights today now. Don't tempt him. I want to see a video like in 2 weeks. Hey guys, exhaust coming out of the Toyota. I can imagine that. Like, I don't even want to picture it, but I can imagine. Like, I could. Like, that's the problem. But the Ford 300s are great. Like, I would wonder. I've always wondered and wanted to do an exhaust system on a fuel injection 300, or better yet, I'll tell you what. Do the same exhaust on the fuel injection and the carbureted, and see what the difference would be. You know, obviously the carburetor is going to sound a little different than a fuel injection, but I have a fuel injection 300 and I have a carbureted 300, and I'd be curious to take the same, you know, buy the same exhaust for both, run them up pretty much as identical as I could, and see the difference in the sounds. And I believe that would be I think it'd be a good video to do. You know, obviously it's not gonna, like I said, not tomorrow or anything like that, but I think it'd be a pretty good idea to do. Because I'd like to see the comparison. Because obviously, like I said, that 300 that I have in that 67, it's straight. It's just pipe. No cat, no muffler. It's just pipe. You know, just here, have it. You know, and you could just smell it, at exhaust leak through your darn floorboard coming up here, The shifter, it's a floor shift 4-speed all the way up into the floor, I don't know if I don't know what my phone's on percentage wise. I don't know if we're going to die. New exhaust for his Ranger. Yeah. I can make it sound like a hot. Oh, man. I got my so I know Engine Light. He texted me. He wanted my U-Haul at one point. I got rid of my U-Haul. I got rid of my Ford 80N tractor. But I did get another tractor. So we will be making a video on that. You guys haven't seen that tractor yet. If you don't follow me, I haven't posted it to YouTube. But I did get another tractor. I don't know if some of you guys probably ain't into tractors. I really wasn't into tractors all that much until I got this tractor, and I'm all over the tractor now. But it's like a 71 model, 72 Ford 5000 tractor, 4-cylinder diesel. She's straight piped. I mean, she's straight piped. She's loud. And she'll pull too. No weight on the front. I have a big 8 foot bush hog in the back, and you let off on the clutch, and it'll the whole front end will pick up off the ground, does wheelies and jump. Medicine. Yeah, I've seen a couple of exhausts run like that'll make those things sound like you cruising or something, they sound like a good. Or I've seen a couple actually. There was one. It was a Flowmaster, I believe. I don't remember what kind it was, but I think it was a Flowmaster. And a guy had run it, and I swear up and down until he was on it, just cruising around town, it sounded like a Cummins diesel. It sounded like an old school Cummins. It wasn't but it was it just kind of had that little, obviously the inline six comparison, to it. It's kind of, but it did. But when, he gets on the road, he's like, and it kind of starts, kind of in and out, I've seen a couple of guys make turbos, they're not make turbos, but they put turbos on a 300 inline six, and they sound pretty good. Now you might be pushing 100 horsepower to the wheels, but you sound great doing it. I would do it. I wouldn't be scared to do it. Not in my F-250. Like I said, the F-250, the thing with that is it's a really good pulling truck. It's got, like I said, 410s in the back, 4-speed granny, 2-wheel drive truck, but, long wheelbase and 300 inline six. Great truck for pulling something. You pull anything, you want it to. And that's what the goal with that truck is trying to fix it up for a Chevy. Oh, shoot. Golly. I've seen some people do some crazy stuff with an exhaust system. I've seen one dude, he had put he had a Camaro. It was like a Z28, 85, 84 model. The little, not the catfish looking Camaro, but the other one, the one before that. He had taken it and he put exhaust off of a Blazer on it, and it was the exit sounded really good. And I was I didn't know how, because it's I don't know how he got it up under there, but yeah, if it works, it works, But my 67, I'd like to get it fixed up to the point where I could drive it as not a daily, but if I wanted to hook a trailer to it and pull something with it, like a car, I could. And that's what I want to look for that truck, is because I want to make it look good. I don't want to just but I want to make it look nice. But I want to make it to where I could use it not to haul lumber or anything, but to haul a car. Not to put it on the back, but with a trailer, gooseneck or something like that, a car hauling trailer. Get a trailer, so that way I could, with enough time, engine like garage, could make a V8 sound like a Honda. It could. Look, after that ride with him, that long journey, it wasn't that long, but that after that journey, I'm fully convinced that man can make a Coke can sound like a Honda. Okay, that man could turn a hamburger into a Honda. I'm not even that man is crazy with it, Jesus Christ, I can picture that. Oh my gosh. Jesus. Golly. Man. Jesus. What the what? My accent is a trip. I get that a lot, and I don't believe that. People talk about my accent all the time, and I guess it's just because I'm Southern, I guess, but I don't think it's a trip. 7 people watching the live stream. God dang, make sure to comment. Look, y'all need to subscribe. Canadian? Shoot, I've been watching a show from Canada lately. I don't know what it's called though, but I just started watching. I'm not gonna sing because I don't know it. I don't know the darn song. Engine Like Garage said he'll sing it. You get him to 100 subs, he'll sing it. Just wait till I let you ride in the Ranger. Look, if y'all ain't subbed yet, y'all don't have to. Y'all don't have to. I start saying something about a sub and I lose 100 goddamn viewers. But if y'all haven't already, y'all don't have to by any means. But subscribe to a fella. Like the stream and go check out some of the other content before you subscribe. Make sure it's your kind of content, right? I don't want you to be some other YouTube watcher and you go to my channel and you're like, I don't know what this is. Go check it out, and if you like it, subscribe because it helps me out a lot. And I like streaming, I like making content, but just wait till I let you ride in there. God dang, I'm ready for that. That's gonna be a trip if I can fit it in. I say I can't. I say if I can fit it in, but I've gotten into some pretty tight spots before. I'm not saying I was comfortable, but I was in. I was 06. Yeah, I was 06 Mustang. It's out back right now. Motor blown up. But I got into that. I was crooked. I couldn't drive it. Tried to set it crooked. You're like 6'6". You're like, good thing it wasn't a stick shift. If it was a stick shift, it'd be over with. It'd be over with, boy. It'd be over with. But 500 and I'll do it. Yeah. Alex McCarthy Music, what's going on with you? Been putting in what? Dude, I don't ain't like what are these comments, bro? I'm going to make you a moderator or something. I don't know what the freak is. Drunk on H20, H2O. Kids down south been. I don't even know what. Y'all ain't got nothing better to do on a Saturday night. God dang, son. I'm over here live streaming on YouTube right now. Shoot. I don't know what you're talking about. 7 people watching live. What's going on, everybody? I'm going to put that 4-cylinder diesel off that tractor in my Mustang. Diesel powered Mustang, like 68 horsepower. Does like 20. What? What the freak, bro? Oh my gosh, bro. I've got to get a goddamn moderator in this chat. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm going to make Engine Light. Watch him just leave. Watch him just exit chat. I'm going to make him Engine Light. I'm going to make you a mod. And also I'm going to make William a mod too if he's still here. But if he's not, I'm just going to make him a mod just to, to say hey. Because I don't know what the frick that's got going on. I don't know. I appreciate you checking out the channel, but Engine Like Garage over talking about I do some sketchy stuff, 500 subs. Shoot. 500 subs is 500 subs, buddy. What are you talking about? Oh, shoot. Golly, boy, this chat, I don't know what was going on right there. I don't know what about that. I've been playing with these bobby pins for 44 minutes now. I'm bored. I'm not bored, but 100%. What the freak? I don't, bro. Oh my gosh. What are you people on right now? Can y'all not just come and watch a stream? Seriously, what? My Lord. 7 people watching live stream. I don't know what that one was about. But I appreciate you, William. Thank you for getting him out of here because I don't know. I don't know. I get it. It's a Saturday. It's a weekend, you know. But good Lord, man. Like, Jesus. Lord. You know? I mean, I remember when I used to come into a live, like I used to do a live stream and I get like 2 people, you know, and we just would sit here and talk about some cars. And now I got some dude coming here talking about, I don't even want to know. But, golly. Jesus. I'd like to get my 51 Ford fixed, though. That's the plan. Toyota Tacoma. I had a Toyota one time. It's the internet, so you get interested. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Engine light over here, goddamn. That boy cracks me up. He's a trip. It wasn't a Toyota Tacoma, it was like an 86 model Toyota truck. And had like 700,000 miles on it and run on like it was a 4-cylinder, run on like 3 cylinders, but it did do 100. But I like my Fords. I like all old school trucks and cars. Like I'll take a darn, shoot, if I take a Chevrolet, I'll take a Dodge. I'll take a Ford. I just like Ford. That's just like some of the body style and the Fords that I get. I like because of the body style, and there's I like the style, and I'm like my bump side Ford 67 model, my 51. The 51, voice crack. Golly, I need a drink. Voice crack, real. My 51 Ford, it has a really good style to it. Those 50s model Fords just look great. There's a lot of 50s cars from the 50s just were, they were great. 57 Chevrolet, Honda Ridgeline kind of guy. Okay. Yeah. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But, jeez. But my 51 Ford, I got that 460. I took out of a Winnebago. I'm gonna do the gaskets on it. That's gonna be a build probably next year. Start on it. Clean it up, get it on stand. It's got a good cam in it. It's got good pistons, fours. It's because it's industrial. And it's got the industrial tag on it. So the bottom end is really good up to the cam. But I think I'm gonna put some better rockers in it, push rods, some good heads on it, good intake. Yeah. That'd be basics for big overs. Oh, okay. Well, if that suits your fancy, I mean, golly. I can't say I've done that one, but, I've been around a little bit, but I don't know if I've ever done that. I like my trucks too much for that. Plus, I can't got the money to fix them. So, yeah. Yeah. 100%, William. Dude, when I first heard about that idea, I couldn't picture it, but I wanted to picture it, and then I start seeing what you're doing with it. And I'm amazed. Like I can kind of see it now. I'm kind of able to look at it. And for some reason, I know you're not going to do it. Please don't. I know you never do it. But for some reason, I picture you going down the interstate on a 440 powered Cushman. That's how I picture it happening. But I don't know. I'm just saying, driving that to No Name Nationals. But that's the only way I could picture it is you just mobbing down the interstate, going around 440 powered Cushman, waving a sword. I don't know why. That's the only thing I could picture. That William the Conqueror on his 440 steed. That's the only thing I could picture. And then the engine light garage is behind you. Oh my gosh. Pulling the Charger, popping a mad wheelie. I can picture that. Oh my gosh. That would be a sight. I would, if I seen that coming down the road, I wouldn't know what to think. I 100% would not know what to think. I'd be like, what is that? I'd probably pull around and chase you down. Run off and leave me, Golly, man. Flames coming out the side, like, oh, man. That was a lot funnier than it needed to be. It's like, Jesus. Oh, man. Been totally crazy. Mini bye-bye. Dude, so I've always, like, I had this golf cart, right? Oh, I dropped my Bible pen. I'm messing with it. Oh, I don't need to get it. I don't want to step on it, go through my foot. Like I said, I've been wanting to get, and I had some lawnmowers. I don't know what happened to them. I guess they either got stolen or whatever. I might have sold them. I don't remember. But I had like 16 lawnmowers. And each of them had a piece off of them. I don't know if it was a motor. Some of them had wheels. Some of them had seats gone off of them. Some of them had just parts and parts gone off of them. And the plan was they were all Murrays. They were all either a Murray or a Wizard lawnmower. It's like 15, 16 of them. I had like lawnmowers lined up. It was either a Wizard or a Murray lawnmower, back and forth. And I think I had one Husqvarna, and that had the hydrostatic transmission in it or whatever. It's a pretty cool little rig. Had the leaf bag on the back of it. I got it for cheap. The plan was to take it. I'll for sure look around. I come across a lot of lawnmowers and stuff like that. A lot, like, not lawnmowers side by sides. I've seen them. I haven't seen the Cushman I seen wasn't like I personally seen it, but I did see one on Facebook Marketplace. It was a little bit far down south, and it was just a guy was selling it. But I keep an eye out. I come across them all the time, and I used to have a bunch of not those, but I had like a bunch of lawnmowers. I had this, like, it was a Sears and Roebuck tractor that I had. And of course, I had my 51 Ford 8N. But I had this, like, 48, 49 Sears and Roebuck tractor. And it was like the littlest, just like a little garden tractor. But the plan I've always wanted to do, and especially when you said that you were going to take, when you did your Cushman call out, like, it made me think about it again. And because I'd forgotten about it, like, but when you said that, I was like, I want to do it again. Was do a lawnmower pulley swap, take the deck off of it, lower it, put like some slicks on the back of it, and just have that joker like shifter and do wedge up a foot pedal for it, so I ain't got to just let off the clutch and go. I can actually, do that and some brakes, a little bit of work to it, and just see, because I wanted to do it. I probably couldn't fit on it, but I think it'd be fun to do, something weird. I've seen a couple guys do them like that. Most people because you could do a pulley swap for like $16 at Tractor Supply. They sell the pulleys at Tractor Supply. You just go get them, and sometimes you got to cut the ones off. They've been sitting on there for a while. You cut them off and replace it, and the thing will do about 40. It's like 40 mile an hour on a lawnmower. That's pretty fast. For $16. But then I've also got a golf cart that I don't think I've ever showed that on the channel. I have it's like an 84 model Easy Go golf cart's gas powered. And I've had a bad, like, I just cannot keep a carburetor on it. I went through like 3 carburetors, and I don't know what it is. I just cannot keep one on it. And you'll clean them. I've taken them. One of them, the first one I had, I took it apart and rebuilt it like 2 times. And cleaned it, kept cleaning it, and it run great. Man, when it would run great, this thing would do I'm not gonna say it did like 30, but like 25 all day. Like, it would do 25 mile an hour, and like it wasn't nothing. Like, it was a 1-speed, just had the little, to do a racing lawnmower build. I would be down for that. I would be down for a racing lawnmower build. Like, I literally could find a lawnmower, and then like you start off with a pulley swap, and just the rest of it's kind of just, what else can you do to a lawnmower, that's not cutting grass? But I do have a golf cart, and I've always wanted to get that fixed. And I think that would be a good, like, if I was to get 500 subs and go to No Name Nationals, like, that would be, I think I would take that, like, fix it up, like the Southern Juju golf cart, and then do that, do that as my pit vehicle. Because it's a nice golf cart. Like, I had the little 8-ball the steering wheel mount had a little. Didn't have a horn on it, but it had a little bike horn on the side. You just go, had a gun rack on the back, because I was taking it, and it was like, what on mud grips, it was on golf, like it was a baby blue golf cart. And I had a gun rack on the back of it. I put my 22 on the back to go ride around town, and shoot. It's still on there, but I'm not, I'm not doing that. Probably so. The thing with that is the woman who had it before us, we paid $75 for this golf cart. It's what you could not do to one. Yeah. She had a lot of dirt in her yard. Like her yard was not like it had no grass and it was just dust. And I think that, and I've replaced a filter. It was dirty. It clogged up. I need to look at it and go back into it. I'm sure it needs a battery by now. It's been sitting for a while. But the problem with it is like right now, right? You say you got a crank, say it's running. It will not go because it's obviously I think it's one wheel, has one drive tire. So you put it in reverse and it wants to go in forward, but it doesn't have enough power to go in forward, like go forward. But you put it in reverse, and since I guess it's not pushing, it's not pushing all that, it's more pulling. You pull the choke all the way out, and she will do probably, I'm talking about not even a mile an hour, but she'll slowly move. Like you can get out, walk faster, but she'll slowly put around the yard at the slowest speed known to man. But Lord forbid you push that choke in, she's done. She does not like it. But you pull that choke all the way out, she'll just ease, but she put it forward, won't go. But now I've had it cleaned up. I had it cleaned, the carburetor cleaned. I had a new air filter on it, new head gasket on it. I think I put a new exhaust on it at one point. And it was a running car. I mean, that thing would go. It was an old, like 80s model gas golf cart. Paid $75 for. And that thing was running. I mean, it was coming out here sideways. It was a bad little thing. And then all of a sudden it started doing it again. And you take it out and clean it. Same thing. Might need to. Because I think I might. I might just go buy a new rebuild kit because I have a website that they still sell parts for the actual E-Z-GO website. That's pretty cheap. Pretty cheap for a rebuild kit. The carburetors ain't that bad either, but I like the carburetors. It's fairly-ish. Well, it's not new to me. It's not new. It's new to me. I think I got it. I got it from somebody that had one. But yeah. I've seen the video that I did a while back of the carburetor you did. That thing works great. That thing works amazing. I might have to send a couple of carburetors. that was a Holley. I can't remember what kind of carburetor. I think it's a 650. I don't know. That might be a 650 or 600 or 6. I think it's 650. Nah. I think it's a little bit bigger than that. I don't know, but it's on that 460 that I got. And I don't. Obviously, I like it, and I don't want to get rid of a Holley. I really don't. And it was on it. It's come factory with it. Factory, Holley, on 4-barrel intake, 460. For Winnebago, great, great stuff. But yeah, for sure, that would probably help out a lot. And I'd say if you clean it or rebuild it, she'll run great. I'm talking about she will put it down. Now it does have that 2-cycle, it runs that 2-cycle oil, and the mixer. You can either. I've never mixed it in the tank. Because I've always mixed it in the tank. What I'm trying to say, I've always did I've ratioed it out and would always pour this amount of gas and to fill it up, and then this many 2-cycles to this amount of whatever. But it has the little oil mixer, but it's never worked. I did it one time and it never worked. What are your thoughts on metal music? I don't mind it. I like it. Some depends on what it is. I listen to a lot of country. I mean, as you can tell, but I listen to anything really. I'm not picky in music. Aubrey, what's going on? Welcome to live stream. Appreciate you for coming out. Enjoy. Like I said, if you haven't already, check out some of the other content after the stream or while the stream's going on. And if you feel so inclined, subscribe. That would help me out very, very much. Metallica, I like Metallica. Metallica's pretty good. I like those. It just depends. It really just depends on music. My taste in music's like, no, I don't really have a specific, like, okay, if I'm in the car or truck, I put on a little country. Or then some days I put on this, I put on that. You know, it's not really a preference. I just listen to whatever. I'll listen to whatever's on the radio, really. Like, I don't care. Like, I mean, you put on some goddamn disco music, and I'll be listening to that junk. Got Bee Gees Staying Alive. I've made an account on that. I just could never. I'm gonna have to get with you one day because Engine Light was the one that told me about like what it was, like StreamYard, and I got an account on there. I just could never. I never could figure how to exactly work it, if that makes sense, right? But that would be good because I've talked with Engine Light. We were going to do. He came up with the idea to kind of. He was go through like I did that my little series on YouTube for a little bit the marketplace hoopties. And he was like, let's go and find marketplace items and talk about them. I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Of course, I've got StreamYard set up, and I can never figure out how to use it. I'm learning. Because quite honestly, I don't necessarily like to use YouTube because not that I don't like to stream with YouTube. I mean, if you're in a jam and you're just sitting here wanting to stream, yeah, cool. But they have the live together feature for sure. I was sitting there and I went through it. I tried to watch some videos. I could never figure it out by myself. But maybe one of these days we can get together and figure something out. Because I would like to have you guys on stream, you and Engine Light and whoever else want to join. I would really enjoy that. I think we would have I know for a fact that me and Engine Light, we had a good old conversation on that road trip. We comedy club. I think it'd be pretty fun though, 100%. I would like to do that. At some point for sure. But I think I'll be sick. It's like this weather has been killing me, man. It's like been 91 day and I was like 86 today. And I woke up early this morning. It was like 68, and I went to go get this. Move my tractor. I got to do some work on it. I got to take the valve cover off, and I got to do. I'm not going to take the head off. I don't think I got to do that, but valve cover, do some oil change out the fuel filters, put some, do some hydraulic stuff to it. It's a great tractor. It's a barn find tractor. Really, it's a great shape. Ford 5000, like a 71 model, has the Euro style front piece with the headlights in the front grille, whereas a lot of those tractors had the headlights on the back. I didn't know that up until I thought it was just the way it was made until a guy was like, yeah, he's like that's the European grille. That's what a lot of those are made in Europe like that. Drainage moment, yeah. I got to do a couple things with my tractor, and I'm just going to use it for work, like bush hogging and stuff. I mean, it's just a cool little tractor. It was, I like stuff like that. I just like having it. Of course, I'm not going to just let it sit like obviously my 67. If I was able, I'm worried. I've got some wiring issues with my 67 right now. I was getting a lot of never take the fuse out. Oh my gosh, mixed with water? Oh shoot. Golly. But excuse me. But yeah. My 67, I really would like to get it. Like, it runs and drives. It'll crank up faster than my new truck. But I've got some wiring issues with it. It's not wanting to fire, and I know it's got that old point system, and I tried salming the points, but it's still not getting any fire. Well, no, I take that back. I sanded the points and we're getting fire a little bit, and then it quit. And I was thinking it was the points again, and it's like intermediate. I think it's something with the wiring. The wiring's old, it's shoddy. I mean, because it's not the original engine that was in there. It was that engine, that 300 straight 6 Yeah, that's one thing I was thinking about. And the thing about that distributor that's in there, it's cracked. Like I'm surprised it even works. It's got a big gaping hole in the side of it. Like you could literally look in there and like, hey, you know. But it cranked up and drew. Went out there and we were taking apart a 300 off an 81 Ford F-150 Poinsett condenser. Yeah, I need to get into it. I'm probably gonna do that and fix it up nice because I like that engine. I was gonna put a 460 in that truck, but like I said, it runs so great. That 300 is just you tap the key when it's fired, like it'll just and it just sounds so cool, you know. And that's that 4-speed too, and I just like it. You know, it's not fast, but it looks good. Like it's a bump side Ford, 8-lug 250. You know, big. I'm talking about big brakes, 4-wheel disc brakes. God dang that big. Got an 18-wheeler brakes up on this joker. About to put the Jake brake on that thing. Never going too fast for that. But I just need to break into it one day. I do want to paint it too because still got the blue one. It's not bad. Like the paint's not bad. It's just aged, and I want to paint it the same color. I just don't want to make it look kind of pretty. Do the engine bay up, nothing major. I'm not going crazy with it, but I do like. I want to look nice. Fix some of the rust on it and stuff like that. I'm trying. I got this. And the fun fact, like the 51 is in better shape than the 67. For sure, yeah. I wanted so bad to do a revival, like an actual, like we're getting it cranked, we're driving it. But I didn't have a camera one day, and it just kind of happened. I was like, let's go out here and try to get it cranked. And it would turn over, but it would never fire. I had sanded the points, never. Buddy of mine had a 81 Ford with a 300 that had the same, the little ignition coil. I said, damn, try. He had it. We took it off his engine, and bro, why does everybody want me to say something tonight? Like you're like the 4th or 5th person to come in here and ask me to say something. Like I don't know what is going on. I'm just curious. I'm not mad, but I'm just genuinely curious. I'm not gonna say it because I don't know who you are. But you're like the 5th person coming here and be like, say something, say this, say that. But my 51, it's a great. I think I need to take a short of that. I need to get it out. I need to pull it. It's your very southern accent, either. Well, I guess I'll talk like this. No, I'm just playing with you. Flame Fox, what's going on? Brother or sister, I'm not sure, or whatever you are, I don't know. Sorry. Don't hate me. Okay. Sorry. Sister. Okay. Well, howdy. Golly. But the 51, it's like a metallic. It's been painted, and it's like a metallic green. And I know for a fact they weren't like that's just the way it looks. It cannot be a color from that. It's not a factory color. It is like I said, I need to take you some pictures and send them to you, William, on Discord. This thing is like interior is red. So interior is red, like fire engine red, a little bit dark, but fire engine red. Let's go with that. And it's got rust, like. And the way it looks, I don't like. I like patina if it looks good, and this truck is like perfect. Like it's got. I mean, the paint's rough, but like I would just slap some clear coat on it and drive it like that. Like I love the way that truck looks with that dark green rust look to it. It's just it's a bad looking truck. I start talking about my truck again, and everybody leaves. This is a car YouTube channel. And everybody leaves. I had like 8 viewers, and now everybody's gone. Everybody just leaves the chat. Blocks me on YouTube. I'm just messing. No, I think it's a cool build. I had to send you some pictures of it for sure, 100%, because I think it looks cool. It's just going to take a lot of work. It's one of those things. It's like. That's why I haven't even started to work on it because it's kind of one of those things. It's like I need to I need to have my other trucks like at least close to like I want them. Like obviously my red truck, my 96 Ford that you've seen. I want to get it right. Grayson, I'm not gonna say your last name because I don't know. I'm sorry, but howdy, how you doing? Appreciate you for coming in to the live stream, checking me out. If you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Check out the channel for. Like I said, I keep telling you subscribe. Check out the content if you like it. Go subscribe. I'm making more videos here soon, but check it out. Just check it out. And if you like it, subscribe. Give me 500 subs. And 500 subs, and I will give away I'll give away a blown 4-liter V6 Mustang. There you go. 500 subs, and I'll be giving away a blown engine. Thank you. Yes, sir. And also, not sponsored, but Caterpillar Diesel here. Not sponsored. I just like them. I like my good old Caterpillar diesel. I want to put. I had intentions of taking my U-Haul, taking the 7.3 IDI, and put it in my F250 and make it a diesel. My accent is great. I get that a lot. Well, no, I get it. I get like your accent is this and your accent is that, but home sweet Alabama. Yeah, no. I've never had, like, y'all ain't gonna be surprised, but I ain't never had this many. Like, I'm not gonna say I've had this many folks in a live stream before, but I've never had this many before in a live stream. It's actually pretty funny. Like, it's not funny, but it's actually pretty like neat that even though y'all are just here to be here. No, I enjoy y'all being here, but it is what it is. And if you haven't already, make sure to go check out Charger 383 Mopar. Dust Devil Garage, man, what's going on, man? Man, what is going on? How you doing, brother? Glad to see you in the live stream. We're just sitting here chatting about old trucks and cars and the such. Talking about my old 51 Ford out in the back. I gotta get I want to get that truck running bad, but like I said, it's gonna take a lot of work. It ain't got no motor, ain't got no transmission. But it's a blank canvas. That's the way I say it. It's a blank canvas, and I can do what I want with it. It's my truck, and I can get it right. I can get it just like I want it, and that's what I like about it. Same thing with my 67. I get her just right. She's got a motor, she's got a transmission, but the paint, I can get fixed up, fix the body up on her. She be a nice little going to town rig. Go down there to the Sonic, park that big old 8-foot long bed in the Sonic parking lot, go eat me a chicken sandwich with mozzarella sticks and a blast, Reese's Blast or something like that. I don't even know. I'm just talking. I'm just. I said we just live stream tonight. It's Saturday, and I'm having a good old time. We're just hanging out and having a good old time and just talking. And I've had a bunch of people come in the live stream tonight. Dust Devil Garage even showed up to the live stream. Exactly. If I start with a blank canvas, like I said, this truck, and I've never shown pictures on the YouTube channel. I've shown them on a couple other socials that I got like a long time ago, but I was talking earlier. I love the paint on it. It's like a dark green metallic, got some rust on it, but it's just I like the way it looks. I can do it. Like I said, no motor mouse, no nothing. It's just open engine bay, no transmission. It is a column shifter, but I don't know. The thing with that 51 Ford. Sergio, what's going on? The thing with that truck is I'm a big fella. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, I'm 6'6", I'm a big old fella. I got big, long knees, right? And I don't know if I'd be able to comfortably shift, go up, because I had that 96 Ford that I got, and I have a hard enough time driving it because every time I can't make a left turn and turn using blinker, because every time I flip the left blinker down, let my foot off the clutch, and kind of just have it sitting there ready to clutch it down and downshift. My foot, my knee catches the stop and flips it back up. I gotta hold it down with my finger while I turn. Thank goodness for power steering. But see, my 67, that son of a gun has that big long treetop shifter whip. I'm like big wide steering wheel like a Mack truck. And it's got plenty of room in that truck. But that 51, it's kind of on the small side. I've sat in it, and it's set up. It was an automatic truck, but 73 Ford. I love those. From my favorite bodies now. I'm a Ford truck kind of guy. Like I do like all older trucks, but I've always kind of flocked to the Ford. There's a couple that I don't necessarily like. I'm a big fan of unibodies for some odd reason. Don't know why, but I do like them. They put a nice painted unibody. But I'm going to say from 67 to about 70, 79 is probably my favorite era of Ford trucks. That bump side, that dent side Ford era is like the pinnacle of me. Of course, I got a 51, I've got an 85, a 93, a 96, 67. I've Fords, but that body style is just that styling of them is just an amazing looking truck. And that 51, I love the body style of that, the grill, the body lines, the big hips on the back, step side bed. It's a beautiful looking truck. But I don't know, I've always liked those, like I said, that 70s model, late 60s model body style. It's such a great looking truck. So I've never seen it. I've never seen it. 78, oh man. 78 and 79 Broncos are just great trucks. They're great looking vehicles. I do like Broncos. Like I've always liked the Bronco. I've never had one, but they're cool. Dark jet green. Oh man. Oh, that sounds great. I love the sound of that. Dark. Oh man. Mine's gray. Mine's like 5 different paint jobs. You could just if you took a pocket knife, you could literally take your knife, and just chip off just every layer of paint that truck's ever been on that gray truck at the back. It's gray right now, gray and rust, but it's got a little bit of white showing. It's got a little bit of red, a little bit of blue in the back. You can tell it was blue at one point. I think the original color was gray. I think original color was gray, I believe. But it's been painted a lot of things. Painted in college? Oh, shoot, yeah. I'm trying to think. One car I would love to have, and I had it. I sold it. And one car I would love to get back, and I hate that I got rid of it, is I had a 67, it was a 1967 Ford Galaxy 500 two-door fastback with a 390. Well, it had a 351 in it, but it was an original 390 car, but it had a 350. We had put a 351 Windsor in it. It was automatic. It had the leather seats, wood grain. That's a two-door fastback. We called it the Smurf. It was a powder babyish blue. We need to get you to size for sure, 100%. I would love. I was talking to William about that earlier. I might be making a trip up there. We're going to talk and might work something out for sure. Y'all might see me up there this year, 100%. But that's one car I would love to get back. It was like a powder baby blue bottom, and it was original vinyl car. But the guy who had it before us, he took the vinyl off. I like vinyl hood, like vinyl tops, but I don't at the same time. That's just me. It's just preference. It's kind of the same thing with ragtop convertible. I just they're okay, but it's not my style. I just me. It was that light blue on the bottom, and the roof was white, and we called it the Smurf. And it was, oh man, had the dual pipes coming out the back. 67 Galaxy 500 two-door fastback, and that car, and it had that old school tint, from like, I'm gonna say like, I don't know, y'all probably know what I'm talking about. That old school like purple tint that you couldn't see nothing of. I mean, no, the sun wasn't getting up in that joke. It was just purple, like dark, dark tint, purple. It was a nice car. And at one point we had a long time ago. I've never even. I think I got one picture of it. I might have to look for it, but if I ever send, I'll send it to you, William. I'll send it to whoever wants it. But had a 1973 Challenger RT. I think it was RT. I don't know. It was, but it was black. I remember it was black, and it had the side. We had put some side pipes on it. coming out the back. It was up under the door, like right up under the door, little chrome side pipes coming back. It was a sharp little car. It was a sharp car, and which it was like this was like when I was like a little bitty kid, and swapped it for a station wagon. Swapped it for a station wagon. See, nowadays I love station wagons. Like I'd give anything for a station wagon, but yeah, it was a had one of those and. 70 Mustang, had a 70 Mustang fastback. It was a cool little car. 350. It was original 302. 302 blew up. We put a 351 in it. I think the 351 ended up in that Galaxy, I believe. But I had a couple cars. Yeah, my folks have run through cars, and I've run through cars, and I just like cars and trucks and all kinds of stuff. I don't know if it's Michael or Michelle, but whoever you are, how you doing? Welcome to live stream. But yeah, shoot. I've had a pretty good time working on cars and stuff like that. I enjoy it. Something I enjoy doing. I don't have the means, the time, or the funds to go out and build some hot rod, like I would love. But like I said, my '96 Ford, for what she is, she's a pretty truck. She looks good for what like I said, for a 30-something-year-old truck. I've seen a lot worse. Neil Jordan Lawson. I've been meaning to. I've been seeing, like, I get the notifications. I'm always halfway, like I'll be gone. Like I always end up leaving, and then I get a notification. I'm like, well, I'm halfway asleep now. But I usually watch them. I lay down in bed. I cut them on when y'all live for as long as I can until I fall asleep. But I like to talk. I can talk for hours. You get me talking on something, I might not even know what you're talking about, but I'll talk about it. I'll act like I know. No, I'm just playing. But like I said, I like to talk. I like to have, I like to do these streams and stuff because I like to talk. That's just me, 100%. Carrying a good old conversation, that's just me. Had a guy, I don't know if anybody wants a Ford. I'm going to put it out there for you guys. I don't know if he sold it or not, but if he has, I'll figure something out. But if any of y'all watching the live sing a country song, well, I can't sing, okay? I don't sing. I can't sing. So I'm not going to sing because I don't want to lose 150 subscribers. When I start singing, that's when we're going to start losing them. But if anybody's interested, if you know anybody that might be interested, a buddy of mine has a 1983. It's a long bed, a powder blue, Ford F-150. Daniel, what's going on, man? It's been a long time since I seen you, brother. How you been? Well, I talked to you in Discord the other day. Shoot, I ain't seen you in 10 years. No, I'm just playing. I seen you the other day. But no, it's an 83 Ford F-150. Long bed, 2-wheel drive. It's like a powder blue automatic 302 that supposedly 302 is built, but I don't know what's all done to it, but it sounds okay. It sounds pretty neat. $1,000. It needs a rear main seal replaced on. He's finna move and he needs it gone. And he had posted it on Facebook. I tried to share it, but I couldn't see it. Foster, what's going on? Welcome live. But if you know anybody's interested or somebody in the chat's interested in it, I can give you the details. I ain't gonna say it on stream. I ain't gonna give those kind of details on stream. But like I said, it's got a 302. Suppose it's built. I've got a video of it running, and it sounds pretty mean. I think I got a couple videos of it running somewhere on my phone. Okay. Well, the thing about it is, it needs a little work done. Play a song real quick. I don't sing. People look. I don't mean to sound mean. I know it sounds mean. I've never had this many people in the live stream before. I don't sing. Okay. I changed the spark plug, but I don't sing. That's just how it is. But yeah, he's trying to get rid of that truck. He's got that, and he's got a couple other vehicles like a Toyota SUV. Backwoods Performance, what's going on? Glad to see you in the live stream. Shoot, we've got a lot of people in the live stream tonight, man. Y'all got me hyped up. Y'all got me wanting to make a darn YouTube video now. Shoot, 8 people watching live stream. Good looking by I don't know what in the world. Y'all some I don't sing. I don't sing. I do not sing. I don't sing. I do cars. I don't sing. I let the cars do the singing. I don't sing. Okay. Is that 63 years? No, that's a buddy of mine. Guy down the road, Eddie. Good friend of mine. I've known him for years, and I think he's a lot older than I am. But we've been working. He got that truck a couple years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe a little less than, I don't know when he got that truck, a couple years ago. And he's been wanting me to, he didn't really want me to. I offered to help. And because I want to see it run. And we've been putting it together. It's got a 223 straight six in it forward. Little 3-speed automatic in it right now. We just put transmission in. I had to put the transmission in the last time I worked on it. We did a transmission job on it, put that in, and what the guy who had it, he was rebuilding, like restoring it, like from that, and he painted the frame, and he did a pretty good job of it. Like the frame's painted, so it's a good looking truck, sharp. And he got to the engine, he dropped the motor in. Never touched it again. He literally dropped the motor into the engine bay with the transmission, never walked away from it, never touched it. And he ended up getting the truck, and we've been working on it. And that's one of the videos that I've been doing. That's actually the most, like, other than my shorts and my, that's the most viewed series, I guess you could say, on my channel is that 63 Ford. And, it's a hit. People love it. And, but no, I own a 51, and his is a 63. And like I said, one of these days, you guys, you'll see my 51 for sure. I'll at least do a short on it here soon, so you guys can at least get a look at it. I got to pull it out. I got my tractor now, so I can pull it out using my tractor. Rips the frame in half. But take it off, put it on the body. Just drop it on a Crown Vic frame. How's that tractor coming along? I had to trailer it this morning. We took it up to the place. I want to take the top end, not the top end, I'm going to take the valve cover gasket off, gaskets, valve cover, and stuff like that off. Do top end gaskets. I might need to hit gaskets, maybe. It ain't that big. It's a little low engine. It's like a one something cubic inch engine. It's not big, it's a small 4-cylinder engine, but take it apart, do the gasket stuff on that, fix it up right, get it going. But she runs good. She leaks a little. It's an old tractor, 71 model. Ford 5000. She's a pulling tractor. I mean, she'll go. She'll pop a wheel. Like I said, I was talking about that. I had the 8-foot bush hog on it. You dump her an eighth and dump the clutch, and she'll the front end will pick back up, and she'll just roll cold. It's a fun little tractor to drive. It ain't little, but it's a medium sized tractor. It's a nice little tractor to have. Not a lot of horsepower, like 68 horsepower, but I guess for the 70s, for a tractor that size, I guess it ain't that bad. It's a pulling tractor. It's got a lot of torque in it. But I'm working on getting a couple of projects going. Like I said, I want to fix my 96 up. I got to get a tire for it. Might just go ahead and get a set of tires, brand new set of tires. Fix my shift boot. I got to fix my shift boot and got a couple of speakers I want to run in there and build a console for it, stuff like that. I got that ready. I just got to get the time to put it together. And then after that, I think she's going to be good, unless something, goes wrong with it, like a sensor or part or something like that. As far as the look and aesthetic and the truck, I think she'll be all right. Then I can start working on 67, getting it running and put my seats in, put my floor in, start doing body work on it and paint it. And that'll be my series, another series. And then I got to help with his truck. No hot rod truck. That's the plan with this old this 51 I got. I had found a 460 out of a Winnebago, and my original plan was to put it in my 67 because I was like, well, I want to wake it up a little bit. But as I got to going, the 300 inline six and that 67 just too good. It just runs great. So I was like, okay. So I got a 30,000 mile 460 industrial just sitting in a barn. I was going to take it apart, do the gaskets, put some heads on it, intake on, get it running right, nice, cleaned up, painted. I was like, well, what can I put her in? Well, I got to thinking, I was like, well, I had this 51 Ford here. Like I said, she's rusty right, she's dark green metallic, blank canvas. That's what I want. I drop a 460, maybe a C6 automatic in it. Like I said, I'd rather just be comfortable driving around in it, put some nice seats in it, some speakers, maybe, radio so I can listen to some music. I ain't really worried about it. As much as I hate to admit it, I've drove my 96 so long without air conditioning. I'm used to it now, I hear people talking all the time like, oh, I'm going to take my AC out of my car, This full guy. For sure. Yeah, I'll have to hit you up, man. Because I always have questions about that. About stuff because I don't know everything. Especially like when you're doing something like that, because obviously, 460s never went into a 51 Ford. It was something that never, it wasn't factory, obviously. So, as far as mounts and stuff, 460 tunnel ram, yeah. I get one of those like, what was that guy that had that like 10-foot tall tunnel ram? Golly, that'd be sick. I think my hood's rusted out anyway. I think it's I think I wouldn't be able to use my hood, so I think it's all rusted together. I'll take it off. I won't need it. I'll just use that as wall art or something like that. Put that in the man cave or something. I don't know, but I've got a lot of crazy ideas on stuff like that. Like there was one point I was like, I'm going to put the F250 on bags because there's a guy, the same guy that has that 63. He has a dually rear end, and I was wanting to put the dually rear end in the F250, build me some not the flat with the dually fenders, put them on there, and have that joke, something cool. Then I wake up and I'll go to sleep, and I wake up and it's like I want to do something else with it, and I wake up and that's just how I am. Until I actually do it, I want to do 100 different things to it, and I'm surprised at myself with this 460 that I've kept that vision for this long, because usually if I don't mess with something, kind of just go ahead and start working on it, small stuff like that, I'll be like, I'm gonna put a Honda motor in that 51 Ford. Engine light, don't you come around my house with no Honda motor. Want to slap it in my 51 Ford, okay? No. Landon asked, what's going on, Landon? How you doing, buddy? Welcome live stream. I got you, bro. This man's gonna come up here with one of them. Hector's got spoon engines, bro. He's running spoon engines. That 51 Ford's running spoon engines, bro. I can't. That's hilarious. I've got a lot of crazy ideas with trucks and stuff, cars. I would love, like I said, I was been there about 2 hours. Yeah, all right. I'll be here. I'll be here. Kicks down my door, throws a Honda engine, starts doing a cartwheel, leaves on a 440 powered cushion. Takes away. Lord. I had this one guy, I don't know if he still wants to sell. The same guy, he had a 440 out of a Winnebago he was trying to get rid of. He wanted me to come get, like he was going to sell me like $300. And I almost bought it. Like I'm not going to say I do like Mopar. Like I like it, I've just never, other than, a couple cars here and there, I've never really owned one. Yeah. Turned to a Ford. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Does it to my Mustang. Do that to the 06 Mustang. Cut the back off of it. Cut the fastback off of it. Make it a truck. Yeah. Yeah. Slap a 2JZ in there. Yeah. Yeah. Lord have mercy. But he was wanting to sell it, and it had like I think 18,000 miles on it, and it was a running driving thing. He just didn't want to. It was an RV. He just didn't want to drive around an RV. He was just trying to get rid of the motor and scrap the RV. I think, or they were using the RV for something else, but he wanted to get rid of the motor. But it was a running and driving engine. He drove it there, and I almost bought it, but I didn't feel like taking it out. I didn't feel like doing all that work. I really did. Now, I told him, I was like, I can get it out pretty quick, Yeah, no name to ask for the count. Yeah. I'm kind of like, okay, with me, like my 96, because that's the truck like that I drive. I don't daily drive it. I have a newer truck, but that's the truck that if I can take out on the weekends right now got a tag on it. It's insured. I can take it out and drive it, right? Well, I want to do something to it. But the problem with me is every time I get ready to build a speaker box or lower it or spray in bed liner the bed or put a bed cover on it or do something, change out the headlights, put some actual good headlights in or something, just, something different. Every time I go to want to do something like that, something go, a tire blow out or it's, not going to knock on wood. It's not going to do anything bad, but like a sensor will go bad. Then you got to, or at one point the whole ignition system just cut out. I had to replace distributor, plugs, wires, not the ECM, but the PCM. I had to change out crankshaft position sensors, all that. I mean, it was just all at once. It was just, that's the problem I face a lot. And by the time I do all that, I gotta go make a little bit more money, and the truck will run great. But you get that money to want to do something, and I'm gonna work on this thing Saturday. I'm gonna get it done Saturday, right? Friday evening at 6:00. Shoot, you best believe something's gonna happen to it, And it's always been and it's a great truck. Like, I'm not gonna say that truck's reliable. It's got 250 on it. She'll crank right up and drive. Great truck. As far as the actual motor transmission, beginning of this year, I'm gonna say March or April, the first time I'd ever replaced the clutch in that truck. It had the original clutch, the original slave cylinder in it. Just replaced that 30-year-old truck. And then the water pump. I think I'm okay. I'm not going to say your name 3 times for good luck. I'm okay. I'm okay. I say that next thing I know my brakes are out on my truck and I'm flying down a hill at 80. Yeah, I think I'm all right. Sky Speed Shop, what's going on, man? I've been told, like, I don't think I'm awesome or anything like that, but I'm here, I'm a feller and I'm here. We're talking about some old cars and stuff like that, and my inability to decide on, what I want to do with my trucks and stuff like that. But because I can't decide. I won't never be able to decide. I wake up tomorrow and be like, I'm going to paint the truck blue, shoot. And I wake up next day, it's going to be white. It'll probably end up being Rust-Oleum can white because I can't decide. And, but it is what it is. But I sure appreciate you coming in the stream and saying hello. Sure do appreciate it, brother. Glad to see you here. Dust Devil's here. Engine Light Garage was here. Charter 3 Mopar was here. Shoot, I've had a lot. This is the most people I think I've ever had in a stream. I ain't gonna lie. Like ever. Sound like Johnny Cash. That's worth me subscribing. Well, I sure appreciate it, brother. Look, I sure appreciate it, man. That means I'll take it. I'll take it. I sure appreciate it. I've had like 16 people come in here talking about sing me a song or say this or say that. And I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'm not gonna say it. Like, man, I say, my credit card's hacked. And my goddamn dog done run off. My dog gets stolen out my yard or something like that. Some crazy Honda engine in my truck. I say something 3 times, and that man's coming right here with a goddamn Toyota. And putting it in my 4 track. Shoot. I don't even know, but folks is crazy. My phone's blowing up. I got 7% battery. I don't know how I don't know how long we're gonna stream for. We're gonna stream this joker dies. I'll tell you that much. No, we're good. I think I just laid it out for a second. I don't know. Shoot it. I don't know. But I sure appreciate y'all coming in, man. Who all of y'all that actually, everybody that showed up to the live stream. That's the biggest live stream I ever had. I sure appreciate it a lot. 100%. It means a lot to have y'all come out here and subscribe to the old channel. But I don't know. I might have lost a couple subs. I don't know. Shoot. All right. We here. We here. 100%. Until I get to about 5%, I'll probably end the live stream. We're probably going to end it. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. If I had more battery, I'd live stream more. But hopefully, next time you see me, I'll have StreamYard up, and maybe any like William and everybody else, whoever wants to join, can hop in and we can hang out and do whatever. I said I do like live streaming and stuff. I'm on the phone, unfortunately. I'm on the phone. I wish I had. I have a tablet. I might have to bust out the tablet. That's what I might do. Might bust out the old tablet. It's always a good option. Old tablet. It's slower than this darn phone. Dude, I can't get over. That's funny. I think that's hilarious. On the old phone here. Got the old phone out. Now, I'm going to have to, like I said, I'm going to get this joker fixed out. Run the GoPro through your PC. I've been trying to figure out how to do that. I couldn't figure, that's one thing I need to figure out too. I couldn't ever figure out how to work that. I'm going to have to get that sorted out because I would like to have my GoPro as my cam because it's a great shoot. It's a goddamn good old camera. So GoPro Hero 11. So, but battery's on 5%. I really don't want to die on stream. That didn't sound good. But for sure, yeah. I'm gonna look me. We're gonna hop in Discord probably a little bit later tomorrow. It ain't no big. I'm not at my computer right now, so I really can't do it right now. But we're gonna hop in there and we'll talk about some stuff. Big 4x4, old 4x4 truck, boy. Go down there to the mud hole, put that joker locker down, son. Get you a 6-pack of beer. Go on down there. Can I get a hell yeah? Yes, sir. But no. We're gonna talk about stuff for sure about like No Name Nationals and stuff. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you like that, subscribe to the channel, 100%. But we're gonna talk. We're gonna get in the Discord. And we're gonna talk about some stuff, 100% about just everything. Because get something worked out with that. Because like I said, I'd like to go with you for sure. Because I like to hang out with y'all for sure. Going to No Name Nationals, 100%. But with that being said, my phone's finna die. I do appreciate all y'all coming out tonight and joining the live stream, and I hope maybe we do this again sometime. Really enjoyed it. If you haven't already, make sure you go check out the channel and subscribe. And until next time, I will catch you guys later. Peace.